Imagine someone trying to physically hack a human judge.
That sounds pretty wild.
Yeah, it does. You probably picture a sophisticated cyber attack right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a hacker targeting a secure municipal server somewhere.
Right, like some kind of firewall breach?
Exactly. But this specific situation was much stranger than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A person filed a standard legal document in a local court,
Okay.
but they hid tiny 3-point white text inside the margins.
Wow. Invisible to the human eye.
Completely invisible. They genuinely hoped an artificial intelligence would read those hidden words.
That is just fascinating.
They wanted that machine to secretly rig the case in their favor. Beat.
Welcome to the deep dive.
It's a truly wild scenario to consider today.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, it really sounds like a bad science fiction movie script.
It kind of does.
But it's actually happening in our legal system right now.
Today we're exploring the chaotic front lines of AI trust.
It's a very messy front line.
It really is. We're taking you on a journey through this strange landscape.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start with these document-based hacks in the legal system.
A great place to start.
Then we'll pivot to the ongoing enterprise struggle.
Right, the corporate side of things.
Businesses are fighting to value premium AI models against cheaper alternatives.
It's a massive financial dilemma for them.
We'll examine the wild $500 billion infrastructure bets, too.
The scale there is just mind-blowing.
Totally. Finally, we'll look at how AI seeps into daily life.
Yeah, the everyday utilities.
We're going to cover the quirkiest parts of your daily routine.
It's a fascinating spectrum of human ingenuity and paranoia.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing profound technological leaps alongside basic human deception.
Let's start exactly there, at the individual level.
Okay, let's do it.
People are trying to manipulate AI systems in high-stakes environments.
They absolutely are.
So there was a pro se litigant in a Connecticut court recently.
Right. They were representing themselves without a formal lawyer present.
Exactly. They hid tiny 3-point white text in an official legal filing.
That's just so bold. It is. The text instructed any AI reviewing the document to intervene.
Mm-hmm.
It told the machine to automatically favor the plaintiff's side.
It's a clever but deeply flawed strategy to attempt.
Yeah, it didn't work out. Court staff actually caught it due to unusual white space.
Right, the margins looked weird.
Yeah. The human eye noticed formatting that looked completely unnatural.
Because when a human looks at a PDF, they see digital paper.
Mm-hmm.
They see standard paragraphs, wide margins, and bold headers.
But when an AI looks at that exact same document,
Yeah.
it doesn't see paper at all.
No, it does.
It just sees a raw, flat stream of text data.
Right. It indiscriminately reads every single hidden character on the page.
Exactly. The human eye just sees a slightly wider margin, but the machine parses a direct, literal command from the user.
They basically tried to Jedi mind trick a court algorithm.
That's a perfect way to put it.
It's wild.
The judge clarified that Connecticut courts don't even use AI.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They aren't using algorithms to review legal filings quite yet.
That's actually pretty funny.
It is, kinda. But the judge still treated the attempt as highly improper.
Well, sure, it's essentially attempted fraud.
Right. They stripped the litigant of all electronic filing privileges immediately.
I mean, they had to send a strong message there.
The litigant claimed it was just a harmless joke.
Of course they did.
They called it an audit to see if the court secretly used AI.
That's a very convenient excuse.
Calling it a joke is a very common defense mechanism.
Yeah, it deflects from the actual vulnerability being exposed here today.
And this brings us to a very crucial technical concept.
Right, the core issue.
Let's define prompt injection.
All right.
Hidden instructions that trick an AI into changing its normal behavior.
That's a great simple definition.
It's like whispering a secret command into a machine's ear while the operator isn't looking.
That's a perfect way to visualize the threat.
Right.
The human reader sees a perfectly normal legal brief. The machine reader sees a totally different set of invisible instructions.
This could become a very serious problem very soon.
Oh, absolutely.
Courts and law firms will inevitably use AI to process documents.
They'll have to, just to keep up.
Government systems will use language models to handle massive paperwork backlogs.
It's the only way to scale their operations.
So any organization using language models needs robust protection now.
They do. They process legal, financial, or business files every single day.
Right.
They must guard against hidden instructions inside that raw content.
Are organizations actually prepared for documents themselves to become active cyber attacks?
Frankly, they're absolutely not prepared for this paradigm shift.
Really? Not at all.
No. Most IT security focuses heavily on network access and complex passwords.
Right. Firewalls and encryption.
Exactly. They treat text files as harmless, inert objects on a screen. They don't view a simple PDF as a potential Trojan horse.
Wow.
The battlefield has literally shifted from the network to the document itself.
So everyday files are now active threats, not just passive tech.
Exactly. The perimeter's totally gone.
Yeah.
The data is the attack vector.
If individuals are this eager to trick AI systems constantly,
Yeah.
it's no wonder big businesses are remaining highly cautious.
They have to be.
They're very careful about which models they deploy and pay for.
Trust is a massive bottleneck for enterprise adoption right now.
I can imagine.
Companies are extremely hesitant to hand over the keys to their data.
Let's look at some data from RAMP's August AI Index.
This is fascinating stuff.
It really is. Anthropic is highly popular with United States businesses right now. They boast an impressive 43.5% usage rate.
That's huge.
OpenAI is sitting slightly lower at 39.7%.
That's a significant market share victory for Anthropic.
It is.
But there's a very interesting catch hidden in those numbers.
What is it?
You have to look at the actual token volume being processed.
The actual usage volume.
Exactly.
Anthropic's premium Fable 5 model is actually struggling to gain traction.
It is.
It only accounts for 6% of total Anthropic API tokens.
That's incredibly low.
And it represents just 11.4% of their total model spending.
Those numbers are surprisingly low for a flagship reasoning product.
You'd think it would be higher.
A premium model is supposed to be your absolute best showcase.
Right.
It's the shiny sports car sitting in the digital showroom. You would expect enterprise clients to demand the absolute best performance.
Compare that to OpenAI's premium GPT-5.6 Sol model.
Okay.
That premium tier captured 25% of total OpenAI tokens.
Why?
And it captured 23% of their total enterprise model spend.
So Fable 5 is clearly lagging behind its main premium competitor.
Exactly. In July, Fable 5 generated significantly less spending overall. It generated only 75% as much spend as GPT-5.6 Sol.
The underlying issue here seems to be the pricing strategy. Well, Fable competes directly with Anthropic's own cheaper, highly capable siblings.
Right. The other models in their lineup.
Exactly.
Opus 5 costs $5 for input and $25 for output. Sonnet 5 is even cheaper for businesses to run at scale.
Yeah, it's very affordable.
It costs just $2 in and $10 out.
Businesses are looking at those specific price tags very closely.
Oh, for sure.
They're analyzing their monthly cloud computing bills with extreme scrutiny.
Yeah, those bills can get massive quickly.
You really can. And they're realizing something important.
What's that?
They don't always need highest-end reasoning for basic tasks.
Dialing in the right model for the right task is difficult.
It is a real art form.
I still wrestle with prompt drift myself.
We all experience that frustration constantly in our daily workflows.
It's so annoying.
You write a perfectly calibrated prompt for an expensive premium model.
Right.
The output is brilliant. Then you try it on a cheaper model to save money.
Right. And suddenly the output quality degrades in unpredictable ways.
Exactly. The cheaper model misinterprets the nuances of your original instruction.
Yeah.
The model's underlying weights actually shift around over time, too.
Small updates completely break your carefully crafted syntax.
It's maddening. But for many corporate tasks, that slight degradation is totally acceptable.
Enterprises are realizing something very important about their own data. The vast majority of corporate work is incredibly boring and repetitive.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't need a supercomputer to summarize a weekly sales call.
No, you really don't.
You don't need elite reasoning to reformat a massive email string.
Exactly. A $2 model does that perfectly well.
A $5 model is just burning your precious venture capital.
It's all about finding the absolute bare minimum viable intelligence.
Why are businesses refusing to adopt the most capable premium models?
It comes down to basic return on investment calculations.
Makes sense.
The premium models are brilliant, but they are very expensive.
Right.
And most corporate tasks are actually quite mundane and repetitive.
Cheaper models are simply good enough for most daily enterprise workloads.
They are. The perceived value of extra reasoning is shrinking rapidly.
AI labs still need to justify these incredibly high valuations.
They desperately want to capture that massive enterprise spending budget.
Right. They need that revenue, so they're rolling out features at an absolute breakneck speed.
It's a classic feature race driven by intense market pressure, but it's causing immense internal friction inside these massive companies.
Anthropic is testing a new side-by-side model comparison interface now.
I saw that. It looks very useful.
It's built natively inside the standard Claude chat application. You can switch from normal chat to model testing instantly.
That's a very smart move for overall user retention.
Yeah, it keeps you in their ecosystem.
It helps users see the value of premium models directly.
Claude also added a very clever auto-continue checkbox feature.
Oh, I love that one.
The AI resumes work automatically when your hourly usage limit resets.
That changes the entire dynamic of how we work with machines.
It really does.
You turn it on and let Claude work without your supervision.
It becomes an asynchronous partner rather than just a chatbot.
Exactly. Meanwhile, massive acquisitions are happening across the broader AI industry.
Yeah, let's talk about Stripe.
Okay.
Stripe is reportedly buying OpenRouter for over $7 billion.
That's a staggering valuation jump in a very short time.
It's huge.
Really huge.
They gain access to a platform with over 400 models. OpenRouter was valued at just $1.3 billion back in May.
So why do they want a routing platform so badly right now?
That's a big question.
Because no single AI model is winning everything across the board.
Right.
The market is incredibly fragmented right now.
Developers want the freedom to switch models instantly.
They want an insurance policy against model degradation.
OpenRouter provides that exact safety net for developers.
It's brilliant. OpenAI is seeing similar explosive revenue growth numbers this quarter.
Yeah, their annualized revenue just topped $40 billion recently.
Yeah, it's wild. They're actively preparing for a massive initial public offering.
That's roughly double their late 2025 revenue run rate projections.
We're growing so fast.
But massive revenue is still coming alongside massive operational losses.
Right. They're burning cash at a historically unprecedented rate today.
This hypergrowth creates intense internal tension among the engineering teams.
The human cost of this incredible speed is becoming very visible.
OpenAI employees apparently have a special corporate SOS button available.
Really?
Yeah, they have a specific friction email to reach Sam Altman directly.
Wow.
They use it to tell him when things are going wrong.
Imagine the culture inside a company scaling that incredibly fast.
It must be chaotic.
You have brilliant engineers pushing critical code at midnight. The servers are literally melting down under the immense global demand.
It's intense.
The standard corporate hierarchy just completely fails under that intense pressure.
You bypass your manager, your director, and your regional vice president.
Exactly.
You just email Sam Altman to say the ship is sinking.
That's a massive red flag for organizational stability.
It's highly unusual for a mature company of that size.
It suggests the normal management hierarchy is breaking down completely.
I've been thinking about this a lot lately.
Yeah.
I have to question the fundamental logic of this hype cycle. Does a $40 billion revenue run rate actually mean anything?
That is the $500 billion question.
Especially if computing losses are scaling up just as fast.
Right.
It feels exactly like building a skyscraper on a credit card.
That's a very apt metaphor for the current tech ecosystem.
They're trying to reach the stratosphere before the massive bill arrives.
How are these AI labs managing the tension between hypergrowth and internal stability?
They're struggling to manage it in any sustainable way whatsoever.
Yeah. The financial incentives push them toward reckless and immediate global expansion. But the engineering reality demands careful, steady, and secure technical progress.
Those two opposing forces are actively tearing these companies apart internally.
They're scaling revenue aggressively, but internal chaos and costs remain sky high.
The foundation is shaking while they keep adding new floors.
This corporate arms race requires unprecedented computing power to sustain.
It really does. Wall Street and global superpowers are drawing absolute lines in the sand.
We're seeing investment numbers that are, frankly, difficult to comprehend.
Wall Street giants are lining up $500 billion today.
Unbelievable.
They're financing massive new NVIDIA AI infrastructure projects globally.
That's $500 billion dedicated to single-purpose computing hardware.
Hey, let the sheer scale of that number sink in for a moment.
Yeah, $500 billion is hard to visualize properly.
It really is.
It's more than the GDP of many developed nations combined.
And it's going entirely into specialized computer chips.
NVIDIA might even backstop up to $125 billion itself.
The underlying bet is very clear to everyone involved.
What's the bet?
GPU fleets will generate enough value to repay this historic debt.
It's the largest private infrastructure bet in modern human history.
They're like stacking Lego blocks of data centers across the globe.
Right. These aren't just normal server farms anymore.
No, they're not.
These are sprawling, massive industrial campuses covering hundreds of acres.
The scale of data processing required is just completely mind-bending. Beat. Whoa! Imagine scaling to 1 billion queries.
2-sec silence. It changes the fundamental physical nature of the internet itself.
It really does.
It requires massive energy grids and entirely new power infrastructure.
They require dedicated power substations just to run properly.
Some companies are literally looking at nuclear reactors now.
The cooling requirements alone are physically mind-boggling.
Anthropic's CEO posted a massive viral essay about this recently.
Yeah, I read that.
He published a massive, sweeping vision for the human future.
He actually predicted AI could cure most human diseases soon.
He thinks it will happen within the next 5 to 10 years.
That's an incredibly bold timeline for human biology.
It's a striking juxtaposition of profound hope and deep paranoia.
We have the potential to solve human biology itself entirely.
But we still don't trust the tools or the people building them.
In the very same breath, he highlighted a massive crisis. He said our biggest hurdle is a fundamental lack of trust.
This lack of trust extends to the global geopolitical stage.
The United States is pushing dozens of countries right now.
They want allies to pick a strategic side in this race.
The U.S. is issuing very stern warnings about their strategic choices.
If you choose China, you face severe economic consequences.
Right.
You will be excluded from a U.S.-led AI coalition moving forward.
The geopolitical tension surrounding these data centers is completely undeniable.
It's very real.
Superpowers recognize that AI infrastructure is essentially the new nuclear deterrent.
The U.S. is essentially forming a digital NATO right now.
They're telling allies to make a permanent strategic choice today.
You either join our technological ecosystem or you join China's ecosystem.
Computational sovereignty is becoming the most critical asset for any nation.
Without your own intelligence infrastructure, you're entirely dependent on foreign powers.
Will this $500 billion infrastructure bet pay off before global relations fracture?
The timeline for repayment is incredibly tight and utterly unforgiving.
It is.
The debt requires immediate, massive financial returns to stay viable.
But the geopolitical fracturing is happening right now, in real time.
Trillions hinge on GPUs printing money before international trust completely collapses.
It's a high-wire act with no safety net below.
Yeah, it really is. Insert mid-roll sponsor read here.
Let's bring the deep dive back down to earth now.
Good idea.
We just talked about $500 billion geopolitical bets on the future. But AI is manifesting in highly specific, everyday human utilities right now.
It's fascinating to see where the technology actually lands daily.
People are building some truly strange and wonderful specialized tools.
They are.
Take the application called Bloom for a great example.
Right.
It turns plain Markdown into fast, AI-ready documents instantly.
Very useful.
It features built-in search, SEO, and simple one-command deployment capabilities.
It simplifies the complex developer deployment experience immensely for creators.
Deploying documentation used to take hours of manual configuration.
Now it takes mere seconds.
Then there's the HarnessRedder Community Edition tool available now.
That one is really interesting.
It lets you run multiple different models through one single API. You can manage Codex, Claude Code, and Hermes on your own infrastructure.
That gives independent developers much more direct control over their tools.
They don't have to rely entirely on big tech servers anymore.
It's a huge step for privacy and local control.
We also have a fascinating educational tool called Expedition.
Oh, I love that concept.
It completely reimagines how we actually learn new things.
You don't just read a static Wikipedia page anymore.
Right. You explore a fully interactive, three-dimensional world right in your browser.
And you don't even need a user login for it.
It removes all the friction from the learning process entirely.
The Dia is another incredibly ambitious and fascinating health application available.
It tackles human longevity from a highly data-driven perspective. It pulls data directly from your smartwatch and your blood work.
It even looks at your raw DNA sequencing data.
It tries to build a perfect, personalized biological roadmap.
It attempts to tell you exactly what to do next for your health.
But my absolute favorite new tool might be the Compass.
Oh, man.
It's a highly viral, beautifully vibe-coded Reddit application. It literally points you toward the absolute nearest public bathroom.
The name is completely ridiculous, but it's highly functional.
I find this contrast absolutely hilarious and deeply, profoundly human.
It really is.
We're using the most advanced silicon ever created by humanity.
Yeah.
We're spending billions of dollars training complex neural networks.
And we're using all of it to find a public restroom.
It really grounds this lofty technology in basic human biology.
The absurdity of a massive neural network doing the job of a gas station sign is amazing.
It highlights that innovation often solves the most immediate human needs first.
We build supercomputers to avoid minor social discomfort in a city.
What does a viral bathroom app tell us about the current state of AI?
It tells us that AI is rapidly becoming entirely commoditized.
Right.
It's no longer just for brilliant scientists in sterile, clean rooms.
It's an invisible utility, much like indoor plumbing or city electricity.
People are using it to solve simple, everyday friction in their lives.
AI is moving from abstract chat into highly specific, everyday human utilities.
It's fading into the background of our daily existence.
We've covered a massive amount of ground here today.
We certainly have. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's clear. We're living in a moment of extreme, almost absurd contrast.
Yeah, we are.
On one end, you have individuals manipulating local municipal legal systems.
Right.
They're typing tiny, invisible white text to trick human judges.
And you have Reddit users building clever apps to find public bathrooms.
Yeah.
But on the other extreme end, the macro stakes are astronomical.
Wall Street is gambling $500 billion on silicon chips.
Global superpowers are drawing absolute battle lines across the entire globe.
They're actively fighting over who controls the future of human computation.
It's a very strange and dizzying duality to try and process.
It truly is. The technology is simultaneously entirely mundane and completely world-altering forever.
It's a simple bathroom finder and a terrifying geopolitical weapon.
It's a tool for minor court fraud and a cure for diseases.
That brings me to a final provocative thought for you today.
Let's hear it.
We just heard Anthropic's CEO suggest something truly incredible. He believes AI could cure most major diseases in the next decade.
It's a beautiful and deeply inspiring vision for the human future.
But we also just saw a local court system completely disrupted.
Right.
We can't even trust a simple PDF filed in a Connecticut court.
Right. The foundation of our societal trust is incredibly fragile.
So here's the question you have to ask yourself tonight.
Okay.
Will our biggest bottleneck actually be the underlying technology itself? Or will it simply be our basic ability to trust each other using it? Beat. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive today.
It's been a great conversation.
Keep asking hard questions. Keep exploring these strange ideas. We'll see you next time.